Hare गोविंद देव राधा गोविंद देव जय प्रभु पद Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text number 26. Purusha Svabhava Vihitan Yatha Varnam Yatha Ashramam Vairagya Raga Upadhiyam आमनत आभय लक्षणन आमनात भय लक्षणान पुरुष स्वभव विहितान यथा वर्णम यथा आश्रमम वैराग्य राग उपधीयाम आमानत उभयलक्षणान् पुरुषस्वभावविहितान् यथा वर्णं यथा आश्रमं वैराग्यराग उपाधीयाम् आम्नात उभयलक्षणान्
यथा वर्णं यथा समं वैराग्य रागपादिभ्याम् आम्नातो भयलक्षणा
माताजी
पुरुष स्वभाव विहिता यथा वर्णं यथा श्रमं वैराग्य रागपादिभ्याम् आम्नातो भयलक्षणा.
Translation. At Maharaj Yudhishthira's inquiry, Bhishmadev first defined all the classifications of castes and orders of life in terms of individual qualifications. in terms of individuals' qualifications. Then he systematically, in twofold divisions, described counteraction by detachment and interaction by attachment. Purport. So I will be reading from the Vaishya class. The Vaishyas, the members of the mercantile communities, are especially advised to protect the cows. Cow protection means increasing the milk productions, namely curd and butter. Agriculture and distribution of the foodstuffs are primary duties of the mercantile community, backed by education in Vedic knowledge and trained to give in charity. As the Kshatriyas were given in charge of protection of the citizens, Vaishyas were given the charge of protection of animals. Animals are never meant to be killed. Killing of animals is a symptom of barbarian society. For a human being, agricultural produce, fruits and milk are sufficient and compatible foodstuffs. The human society should give more attention to animal protection. The productive energy of the laborer is misused when he is occupied by industrial industrial enterprises. Industry of various types cannot produce the essential needs of man, namely rice, wheat, grains, milk, fruits, and vegetables. The production of machines and machine tools increases the artificial living fashion of a class of vested interests and keep thousands of men in starvation and unrest. This should not be the case of standard of civilization. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Parshchatya Rishadharini Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are reading from the first canto, 9th chapter, verse number 26. 9th chapter is the teachings of Bhishma Dev to the Pandavas. So, speaking initially about the various incidents that has happened during the course of the war, during the struggles in Pandavas' lives, Bhishma Dev then touches upon the system of Varnashram. So basically, even when Srila Prabhupada established the Hare Krishna movement in 1966, he wanted to actually establish Varnashram system, but the situation in America was that nobody knew anything about the Vedic understanding, Vedic concepts, and to directly introduce Varnashram system would not be the appropriate way. So he slowly built the community. He built the community and the organization and the movement in such a way that the emphasis was more on chanting the holy names and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, which is of course very important aspect in a sadhaka's life. Shravanam and Kirtanam, these are the most important foundation of a spiritual sadhaka, a person who is trying to understand spiritual life. But deep in his heart, he wanted to establish the system of Varnashram, and for that reason, he established farm communities. Many farm communities, slowly as ISKCON grew older, he established farm communities in a place called West Virginia, New Vrindavan, where devotees themselves, through the protection of cows and agriculture, became self-sufficient. He wanted the devotee community to become self-sufficient and not depend on outside elements of society. Today, just because of one person sitting in America, the entire global economic condition can change. So all of you know that. So Srila Prabhupada did not want such a situation. He wanted that he often stressed that if you are protecting cows, they will give you milk, and through milk you can make so many milk products. You can make Ayurvedic products, cow urine, cow dung, and also by farming and agriculture you can grow your own food. So, and then whatever time is remaining, you chant Hare Krishna and you hear about the glories of the holy name. And this concept he termed as what? Simple living, high thinking. So many of us may wonder in our fast life which we are living, how this is even possible. But actually, it is possible, provided we have the faith and we have the willingness to work in such a model. But unfortunately, most of us are so built up, you know, our warranty has already gone. We are we are such a product that our warranty is lost. We cannot be repaired. We are beyond repair. So therefore, it is difficult for us to understand that this concept of varnashram system is even possible. But actually, the society broadly is divided into the 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. So let us understand a little bit more about varnashram system. Before we understand the varna and ashram, the most important aspect which, on the basis of which the varnashram system is divided is called guna. Guna means quality or attribute or a specific type of peculiarity. So, the Bhagavatam during the creation in the 2nd canto explains that the entire creation is based on 3 gunas: Sattvagun, Rajogun and Tamogun. And whatever personality anybody has is a combination of these 3 gunas. Whatever exists in this world is a combination of these 3 gunas. In the 14th chapter, Krishna beautifully describes the 3 modes of material nature, these 3 gunas, and various aspects which are governed by these 3 gunas. For example, the entire day is divided into 3 parts. The morning period from 4 a.m. till 10 a.m. is called as the period of Sattvagun. This is the period where maximum spiritual activities should be performed, because the entire situation, the mood with which, like when you get up early in the morning, you are fresh, your mind is fresh, and it is very easy to perform activities for the spirit and the mind. And as the time progresses, Rajogun, or the period of passion, sets in till evening. And then after sunset, there is Tamogun. So like this, there is the concept of one day. Then there is the concept of the food we eat. There are certain types of foodstuffs which are in mode of goodness. There are certain types of foodstuffs in the mode of passion. And then there is tamasic. So we don't have to go into the details, but what I am trying to tell you is that every aspect of our life is determined by these 3 modes. And then there are qualities which are attributed to each of these modes. Like the Sattva Gun has happiness, joy, peace, calmness, compassion, balance, equanimity, balance, focus, discipline, self-control. These are the qualities or attributes of a person who is in the mode of goodness. Wisdom, harmony, clarity, satisfaction, contentment. So see such beautiful qualities of a person in the mode of goodness. Those who are in the mode of passion, rajasic, what are the qualities? Always desiring for something, craving for something, always being angry, jealous, envy, frustrated, agitated, irritated, impulsive, on the spot decision, highly competitive. and sometimes because of anger they lose control over themselves, over aggressive. So these are the qualities of people in mode of passion. And tamasic is lazy, you know, depressive, always, you know, considering themselves to be a victim, guilt, shame, trying to kill, or, you know, destructive in nature, demotivated, indifferent, कुछ फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता है क्या चल रहा है दुनिया में, and always in a traumatic condition. So these are the qualities of a person in tamasic. And believe it or not, sometimes we may be overwhelmed by all these qualities. So our life, you know, generally they say that it is like three colors, the three modes of nature. And all the things which are happening are combination of these three colors, these three modes. So if you want to summarize these three modes in one line, you can say the mode of goodness is to do the right thing in the right way for the right reason. That is mode of goodness. Do the right thing in the right way for the right reason. Mode of passion is do the right thing the right way but for wrong reason. Selfishness, basically the aspect of selfishness comes. What difference a mode of person in a mode of passion and a mode of goodness is? A mode of goodness is person is selfless. That is one of the very big qualities of a person in mode of goodness. Whereas a person in mode of passion is selfish. So why wrong reason? Because he does it for himself. And ignorance, you do the wrong thing in the wrong way and for the wrong reason. So everything is wrong. So this is how you can summarize. So with this background, let us try to understand the three varnashram system. Already spoken about brahmachari, about the brahmanas and the kshatriyas. So let us speak about vaishyas. So vaishyas, the best examples we can see in history is the Nanda, the followers of Nanda Maharaj, or the Vrajvasis, you can say. In Vrindavan, during Nanda Maharaj's rule, cows were considered to be as citizens. They were not considered as animals. All of you know the importance of cow. She is like a mother who gives us milk, and it is said that all the demigods reside in her body. So killing of cow is one of the most heinous activity, or most sinful activity one can perform. And therefore cow protection is a very, very important principle in society. In fact, Srila Prabhupada says that the society which protects cows, brahmanas and women will be a flourishing society. ISKCON has cow protection standards which gives details of how to protect the cows, how to raise cows. Just like you have child protection. Similarly, cow protection is also very significant and very important. And it is a very important service in bhakti. Why? Because Krishna loves cows. Krishna's name is Gopal, one who protects, जिनके पालन करते हैं, गो, सो उनका नाम है गोपाल. And Krishna is very much pleased when we serve cows. We can earn our livelihood. Vaishyas earn their livelihood by selling cow products. So this is the most important function of a Vaishya, and this is also mentioned in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Coming to the Shudra class, it is said that they are driven by, since they are driven by the mode of ignorance or tamasic mode, because of their less intelligence, they are not allowed to handle money, or they are not given too many facilities, because of the lack of intelligence, they will misuse that money or the power which money brings into wine, women, gambling, etc. If you see the entire society, when I was reading this, then I was thinking, what is the actual society doing? The entire society, think of any party without wine. Many times in our corporate world, they don't say, khamba laya kya? This thing. So when I first heard, I did not understand. Khamba, why you need a... But it means that you drink that and you become tight like a pole. Very nonsensical way of describing, but that is the way. So when I was reading this, I was thinking that whatever party happens in corporate world, Bollywood, Hollywood, the first thing, today's generation and youngsters, oldsters, there should be good amount of drinks. When I go for corporate parties or exhibitions which have parties in the night, on the evening, and there is a separate counter for hard drinks, and nobody takes soft drinks. Soft drinks means Fanta, Mangola. Today, women are also into liquor and hard drinks. Just few days before, I was just entering my office area and I saw 4 to 5 girls. They were smoking cigarettes. So I just went to one of them and I told them, do you think that what you are doing, you are enjoying? So she was shocked to hear my question. She said, what do you mean? I said, you know that cigarette smoking is injurious to health. It is written in the packet. So why you want to smoke and create problem for yourself? She said, no, we are just actually stressed out. So I said, have you ever tried mantra meditation? She said, no, I have never heard about it. Yeah, you have never heard? So why don't you, come and attend some of the sessions which the ISKCON temple takes? Yes, I would like to attend. So this Wednesday, I have kept one session. So I will be taking a session on spirituality for the modern age. So the thing is, people are not even aware. Women think that by smoking cigarettes, they can get relief of stress, which they are into. Actually, they are into high level of stress because they have to take care of home, they have to take care of the children, they have to take care of family requirements, plus boss, plus workload. So it is actually the need of the society that they feel that by drinking and by smoking, they can forget their miseries. Why do people drink? Does it give them any proteins in the body? Everybody knows by drinking liquor but they feel that the happiness which they get during that period makes them forget their problem. This concept is called as the ostrich concept, that you put your head into the sand when the problem comes and you think that there is no problem. So therefore, Shudras are never given excessive facilities. But today's society, mostly we are all having the mindset of Shudra. And it was the duty of the other three ashrams, other three varnas, to take care of Shudras by engaging them in their service. Like if you see many as aristocratic families, they have servants. Raja, Maharaja, they have servants. And these aristocratic families are, Vaishnava families. The Shudra servants, they get lot of benefit by serving the aristocratic families. And in return, they get good clothes, they get good facilities to stay. What is required in life? Roti, kapda or makan. So more than that, plus importance in life. They used to get a lot of importance, respect from these aristocratic owners. They used to treat them as part of their families. So that is the way how Shudras were developed and cultivated. And if any one of them, amongst them, has the capacity to rise, to the level of Vaishya or Kshatriya or Brahmana, then they are allowed to. So the Varnashram system works on the principle of guna and the activity one performs. Based on that, the four varnas are divided. So the Vaishyas, they are more towards cow protection, agriculture, charity, and creating a business community. Whereas the Shudras, they help the other three varnas, or the social orders. Now, if you come to the ashram part, so there are four ashrams: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. So these are gradual progress of life stages, keeping Krishna in the center. When you say ashram, the word ashram comes from the, ashray, means shelter. So ashram is a place where one takes shelter of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, where one awakens knowledge and develops detachment gradually. So if you look at the first aspect of Brahmacharya life, it is the training ground for all the four ashrams, for the remaining three ashrams, where a disciple serves the Guru, lives a very disciplined life, studies and cultivates knowledge, studies scriptures, cultivates knowledge, serves the Guru, and develops excellent qualities, the qualities which we saw in the mode of goodness. Grihastha ashram, it is generally from the first 25 years, considering Kali Yuga 100 years somebody lives. So the first 25 years one is supposed to follow Brahmacharya life. And then second is the Grihastha ashram. Grihastha ashram is considered to be the mother of all the three ashrams. Why? Because progeny, Grihastha ashram is meant for creating progeny. And if the Grihasthas are Vaishnavas, keeping Krishna in the center, so you have good progeny, and these progeny can take the Vaishnava society ahead. So in this ashram, the danger is one can get carried away by attachment of family life, and slowly detach yourself. When you keep Krishna in the center, it is not you who's your family, it is Krishna's family. So your responsibility towards such a family is more, but at the same time, you also don't become proud of your, the things which you accumulate. In family life, generally there is more and more expansion. Stree means expansion. So as a stree, when a lady comes to your life, there will be more and more, expanding of your family life. More connections with the society, more opportunities for somebody to reach out to more people to bring them towards Krishna. So Grihastha life is also very important, where one can reach out to more people. And of course, serving the other three ashrams, one develops detachment in Grihastha ashram by serving the brahmacharis, by serving the vanaprastha and serving the sannyasis. So vanaprastha ashram, so between 25 to 50 is the period for Grihastha ashram. Above 50, one slowly starts detaching himself from active work, active social life, and engages more and more in worshipping the Supreme Lord. And one aspect I forgot to mention in Grihastha ashram is deity worship. The principle of deity worship is very, very important in Grihastha ashram, because that trains the family, the children specifically, in raising them in the right way, by ensuring that the Supreme Lord is the center of everything. You engage the children in deity worship right from their childhood. It's a very powerful method for detachment for Grihastha ashram. Like we all like to dress ourselves, women like to decorate themselves. But when we have deities at home, the tendency to decorate the deities, to keep them happy by serving them nice prasad, all these aspects encourage detachment in the slow way. Not having everything for ourselves, but more towards the deities and the Vaishnavas. So this is the concept in Grihastha ashram. Vanaprastha, after 50, one slowly starts detaching from family life, because by the time the children are bigger and their education is almost over now, and then one can devote more time towards hearing, chanting, and serving the Vaishnavas, traveling to holy places. And then finally sannyas ashram, which is a forbidden ashram in Kali Yuga. Not everybody is advised to become a sannyasi, and is given only to the most worthy, who is fully detached from society, but most important, develop compassion for everybody. Fully dependent on the Lord and His mercy, and preach the holy name, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam to all the three ashrams. It is said that a sannyasi should not stay in any temple for more than 3 to 4 days. He should keep traveling. So today, this is what we discuss about the Vanaprastha, about the Varnashram system. Today is also the disappearance day of Srivas Thakur. So all of you know that in Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas. So Srivas is one of the Pancha Tattva. After Sri Krishna disappeared from this world, giving the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma sucha. How to implement this in this age of Kali? For that, he himself, Lord Krishna himself, comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the role of a devotee, in the role of a Vaishnava, in the role of a sannyasi. He shows the world how to practice bhakti to Krishna. So he is helped by 4 other personalities. Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa. Bhakta Rupa is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of a devotee. Swarupakam, his immediate expansion, Swarupa expansion is Lord Nityananda. Swarupakam Bhaktavataram. The avatar in the form of a bhakta is Advaita Acharya. Bhaktakyam. Bhaktakyam means the devotee himself, that is Srivas Thakur, who is actually Narada Muni. And Bhakta Shaktikam, that is the energy of the Lord, which is Gadadhar Pandit. Now, हम लोग ये we say this Pancha Tattva mantra, but actually it is so powerful. The Lord himself, the Lord's immediate expansion, the Lord's avatar, the Lord's devotee, and the Lord's energy. क्या combination है? I mean, can anything be more powerful than this tattva? That's why it's Pancha Tattva. Sri Narad Muni, Sri Srivas Thakur was also an incarnation of Madhu Mangal from Krishna Leela. Narada means one who gives Narayan to others. Narada, one who gives Narayan to others. And that's what Srivas Thakur was. He used to give Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to others. He used to engage everybody in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service. Through Srivas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught how to conquer Krishna by love. Srivas lived in Navadvip with his three brothers, Sripati, Srinidhi and Sri Ram. All of you, those who have gone to Sri Mayapur, will know there is a place called Srivas Angan, which is just 200 meters away from the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, Yog Peeth. So there it is considered to be non-different than Vrindavan, Srivas Angan. So before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Srivas Thakur and Advaita Acharya used to sit together and chant the holy names, inviting Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna to incarnate in this Kali Yuga, looking at the situation of Navadvip, which had degraded so much. So because of his intense prayers along with Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was young as Nimai Pandit, Srivas Thakur and his wife Malini used to serve, Malini Devi used to serve Nimai as a nurse. Generally, many times, the mother is busy with so many activities, then she keeps a friend of the mother takes care more than the mother. For example, in my life also, when I was a young child, my mother and father both used to go for work. So I used to stay in my grandmother's house, and my aunties, the sisters of my mother who were not married, they used to take care of me more than my mother and father. My mother and father used to drop me on Monday and pick me up on Saturday. So Monday to Saturday, I used to create a lot of trouble for my aunties and for my grandmother. I was a very restless person, restless child. So I received more love. Of course, it's not that my mother doesn't care for me, but it is that period. What I mean to say is that generally, the sisters of the mother or the friends of the mother, they also give a lot of love and affection. So Malini gave a lot of love and affection to Nimai. So Srivas Angan is also known as Kola Bhanga Dhanga. Why it is called that? Because it is a place where the mridanga of the Sankirtan party was broken by Qazi. The Muslim Qazi, he broke the mridanga, and later Lord Chaitanya took the Sankirtan movement to Qazi, had discussions with him, and then it was decided that the Muslims and Hindus will live in peace in Navadvip. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to have kirtans every night at Srivas Angan. Such a wonderful place, such a beautiful place. Those who have gone in Yatra with Radhanath Swami Maharaj, will remember the kirtans which we had in such a small house. Now it is a small place, Shiva Sangan. But those days it was huge. Once during such kirtan, Shiva Sangan's son died because of high fever. In those days, typhoid and high fever and all were very common. Smallpox. So one night when the kirtan was going on, Shiva Sangan's son died. Mayapur Vasi is looking at me. He knows all these stories. So, and the family members started crying. So Shiva Sangan left the kirtan, went inside. He heard the wailing, the crying. He asked what happened, and he saw his son dead. He cried for some time. Tears came from his eyes. But immediately he did not want to create a scene which will affect Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing kirtan. Because Mahaprabhu used to dance in ecstasy in those night kirtans. And these night kirtans were very special. Not everybody were allowed to enter. Only selected few were allowed. So Shiva Sangan quickly went back and did not tell anybody, and he continued happily dancing. So imagine the pain which he must have gone through, but yet he concealed that pain. And then after the kirtan, Mahaprabhu told Srivas, during the end of the kirtan, Mahaprabhu said, I am not feeling the same ecstasy which I feel normally every day. Is there something bad happened in this house? Somebody said, by that time gradually Chinese whispers, through Chinese, it has already, the news had spread. So one of the devotees told Lord Chaitanya that Srivas Thakur's son has died. So Mahaprabhu became very concerned. He went to Srivas, he said, why did you not tell me? And he immediately went to the inner chambers of the house and he saw young son, son's body there. Immediately he went there, started crying, and he told the son to get up. And lo and behold, the son got up and he explained, he thanked Lord Chaitanya and explained his journey. That he said, my time has come and therefore I have left this world. So in this way, seeing this beautiful experience, the family members became pacified. Sometimes we all hear that we are not this body, we are the soul. We are not this body, we are the soul. But when somebody dies, death makes everybody sober. Agar aapke ghar, if you have lost somebody very dear and you go to the Shamshan Ghat, automatically Vairagya comes. उस टाइम में हमको वी डोंट थिंक कि क्या चल रहा है दुनिया में, वी आर नॉट वरीड. सो दैट वैराग्य इज proper terms as samshan vairagya. Immediately when you come out of the vairagya, everything comes back. अरे ये करना है, वो करना है, you to do this, I have to do that, I have to go to a party, ये वो, But till the time, so Mahaprabhu became very pleased with Srivas. He said, till the time, you are in this house, there will be never poverty. And whatever you want for your worship, I will provide you, will be provided to you. The famous Mahaprakash Leela of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took place in the house of Srivas. Mahaprabhu Chaitanya exhibited the role of a devotee, and whenever anybody called him the Supreme Lord, which not everybody knew, he used to cover his ears and shout Vishnu, Vishnu. But once in his pastimes, Leela, once in 48 years, he exhibited that he is God. After returning from Gaya, he went to one day during the kirtan, night kirtan, suddenly he went and occupied the throne of Vishnu in the house of Srivas Thakur. And for 21 hours, he called devotees and exhibited his unique forms, each avatar as per the mentality of the devotee, the worshipping mentality of the devotee. He exhibited, his avatar form. And the first form he showed of Lord Narsingadev was to Srivas. There was one servant of Srivas whose name was Dukhi, and she used to, during the Abhishek ceremony, during the 20 Mahaprakash Leela, Dukhi used to collect water from the lake, from the in pots, and deliver it to the devotees who would do the Abhishek. So it's a menial service, it's a servant of the servant concept. So Mahaprabhu observed it. He did not observe who is doing the Abhishek, but he observed who is helping them to do Abhishek. So later he asked, what is the name of this person? So Shiva said, she is Dukhi. He said, from now onwards her name will be Sukhi. And then, Dukhi started, when she heard this, she became ecstatic and tears started coming from her eyes. Once after coming from Gaya, before this Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Srivas Thakur's house and showed the entire family members the Virat Roop. Why? Because the same Srivas used to criticize Lord Chaitanya's Nimai, or not criticize, but he used to tell, because Nimai was actually a great debater of Sanskrit. So he used to keep on debating on each and every aspect. So Shiva said, what is the use of your debate if you are not a devotee of Lord Krishna? So Mahaprabhu used to say, Nimai used to say, wait one day Srivas Thakur, I will show you that what a great devotee of the Lord I am. So after returning from Gaya, after meeting Ishwarapuri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai was a transformed man. He became a great Vaishnava, great devotee. So he showed Srivas actually who he is. He showed the Virata Rupa, not only to Srivas but to entire family members. And during that time, the niece of Srivas, named Narayani, he told her, Narayani, chant Krishna's name. And little Narayani, she started chanting Krishna, 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 and tears started flowing, and she started trembling with love and bhakti. And this great Narayani was the mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur, the author of Chaitanya Bhagavat. So this is how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invested in Narayani the entire power of holy name. And that's how her son Vrindavan Das Thakur could write the entire biography of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, various pastimes took place in Srivas Angan's house, and we'll just spend 5 minutes on Srivas Thakur's qualities. Simplicity was Srivas Thakur's main forte, main quality. Once Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Srivas, Srivas, you don't do any job, you don't do any activity, how do you maintain your family? So Srivas clapped 3 times. So Mahaprabhu did not understand. He said, what is the meaning of this? He again clapped 3 times. He said, these 3 claps means 3 days. So within 3 days, if the Lord does not provide me food for me and my family, I will drown myself. I will tie a stone in my neck and drown myself in the Ganga. So that was his faith in chanting Krishna's names, reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So in one way, Srivas Thakur was an ideal example of a Grihastha. How to always remember the Lord and perform our services despite having family responsibilities. If we have faith, then all of you can clap 3 times and don't go to your jobs. But if you don't have faith, We can clap during Kirtan, pray that we have that faith, go to our job, help Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distribute the fruits of bhakti to others. Mahaprabhu said, I have only two hands, how much I can distribute? We can pray to Srivas Thakur to give access to the holy names and allow us to enter into the night kirtans of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which requires two aspects, again simplicity, a simple heart, and not offending Vaishnavas. So not committing Vaishnava aprad and having a very simple heart. So thank you very much. Srivas Thakur Prabhu ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any questions or comments? Srila Prabhupada ki jai.